Hey guys, welcome back to part 4? 3? 3. Yes, part 3. Sorry about that. Long day. Welcome back to part 3 of our Let's Make a Game tutorial. So, I have figured out why the shadows are not working properly. So, in this mode, we're doing an orthographic view. And that's the reason that we're not seeing any shadows. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to roller character, the blueprint. We're going to change this camera's rotation to about, let's say, maybe 60. That might even be better. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to move it so that it's actually facing the ball, more or less. Okay, and then just move it back just a little. Right, let's see what that looks like at first. Alright, sorry. Change this orthographic back to perspective, and then change the field of view to 110. See what that, no, maybe now we can do 90. Okay, keep it at 90. Yes, that's good. Alright, so now we made it look a little bit like this. So a more 3D feel to the game. So we'll keep it at that. This is designed for touch controls, so it's fine. The fact that if I press forward, he'll move to the side, but that's okay. We'll work on that. Alright, so I think we're going to be adding a little bit more functionality. I just commented this jump, added this jump a little bit so I know where everything is. Saving all the time because you have to. So let's get some variables here. So first things first, let's get a variable where we're going to find out is jumping. So this character, the reason I'm doing this is for later when we want to get AI in. We want to have different behavior if he's jumping or not. So if the character is jumping, the AI can also then jump. You see what I mean? So when we do that, we'll add it. We're going to click on this eye to make it public. So other blueprints can access now this variable. Then we're going to add player, delete that capital, player health. So what's going to happen is also public, and we're going to change this to a integer. So an integer, so let's say you start out with, you start out with, let's say 3 hearts. So you can get hit 3 times. Alright. So we'll get a little heart picture, we'll make it, and then so 3 times you have hearts for 3 things. So you can get hit 3 times. So that will be the default. So when you begin play, when you start the game, your player health would be at 3. Now, your jumping would be as false, but in order for this to work, what we actually have to do is we actually have to set this jumping. So we're going to now hold Alt on our keyboard, drag this is jumping out, connect these two together, and because here it is pressed, he is jumping, then we're going to set it to is jumping, and if he's not jumping, we're going to do the same thing, hold Alt, drag it out, and set it to not jumping. This is just a extra contingency for later. So now that we have that, I'm going to change this compile, save and compile on always. So every time you click on compile, it will save for you. Every time you click play, it will save for you. So let's think level design. So I'm going to pull up a picture of a maze here, just as a reference. So here we go. Here's a maze. I found a maze. Let's quickly open it up, drag it out here. Alright, here it is. Alright. Let's see. Cool. I'll download this file. Download the original. And then I'm gonna save it. Sorry about this. Should have prepared. Alright, let's open this up. Okay. Yes, in Illustrator, I guess. doesn't want to open up anywhere else. So while this opens, let's talk a little bit about what the objective here is. So the objective of this game will be to get from one start point, obviously, to the end point. So here we have the maze. So let's quickly zoom in on this maze, just so we can have an idea. So find yourself a picture of a maze. I'm going to move this over to my other screen so that I can see what I'm doing on here. I'm then gonna positioning it so I can find it. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna now go into our level, and let's create a new level, and we'll call this level 1. So right click, new level, level 1. Oops, can't have, so underscore 1. Save, and then we're gonna do it like this. So we're gonna have a multi-level maze. Let's think of it like that. So what we're gonna do, we're now gonna click on here. We're going to click in the view options. We're going to show the engine folder. I'm going to click on here, search the collections for sky and engine content. We're now going to here search sky. So the sky sphere is already here, so we're just going to throw that in here, and now we have a nice pretty sky. Great, let's move that to the center. Next, let's add some lights, a directional light as well. Set that movable, because that will give us nice dynamic shadows. Change the directional light actor here, and we actually now have a sun. So let's change the way this. So first things first, we're going to go into geometry, and we're going to throw in a box. We're going to press this arrow to reset it to 0, 0, 0. We'll put this to about 10 high, just so that it's nice and flat. And then let's extend this. So this image here is Control R. So it's about, let's make it 4,000. So this image is 4,000. So let's do it like this, 4,000. All right, there. And high it is, let's say 2,880. All right, so now this is what our actual maze is going to look like. First things first, let's quickly hide this light. Now keep the light on. We'll hide the skybox so that it doesn't distract us. And then we're going to start by looking at this picture. We're going to see there's a long wall here and around. So let's add that long wall first. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a box, place it here. We're going to change it up to like 100. Yes, that is perfect. I'm going to drop it to the floor. Okay, it is now on the floor. Let's quickly zoom down here. And let's position it right on the edge so that we can do this nicely tiled. There we go, perfect. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to increase our snap position to about 500. And then we're going to extend this wall. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Oh, right, the snap position is 500. So there we go. Alright, put this back to 500. And now, here's the problem. We made this a little bit too long. So let's think about it. The actual box is 2888, so we can do the exact same thing. 2880. There we go. It is at the right width, which is perfect. So now we're going to change this back quickly to 10. Pick this up, drop it down, and then we're going to hold Alt and drag this box out because it is exactly the same on the other side. Now we're going to undo, which moves the act. Then we're going to put this up to 1000, drag this out 4 times, and then it's not very even on this side, so we need to go about 500. Nope, that's still too much. So let's go back down to about 50, just until we can find the right. There we go. Perfect. Oops, it did not create the character. Alright, that's fine. We'll just hold Alt again and drag it out to the other side, making sure it is nice and even. Perfect. Alright, so that's the first one done. Now, let's hold Alt, drag this out again, and then we're going to swap these two values around. So this will become 4,000, and this will, 4,000, and this will become 100. So now that the wall is on this side, it's looking nice and flat, we can place it against the edge over there, because that is what our puzzle looks like. Let's drop it down to the floor, and there we go, nice and flat. Nice and flat. This can also go up and then be dropped down. Perfect. So now that we have the beginning shape of our maze, we can actually copy this. Alright, we're going to copy this, put it on this side. It's nice and flush. Great. So now we have the beginning part of our maze. Let's see here. So here we have two entrances that are open. So these brushes are called additive brushes. You can see the brush type over here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a new folder. I'm going to call this Maze Walls. So now these brushes will be the main ones, Maze Walls. Great. Now what we need is Maze Holes as well. So we're going to grab a box. We're going to change the dimensions again to 100. And let's see how big should, let's make it this 300. Great. So our maze begins, sorry, this is 300. This is 100. Okay, great. So our maze begins over, begins and ends on opposite sides. Correct? Yep, correctamundo. Now we're going to pick up this, drop it on the floor. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to subtractive. And you can actually see, oops, let me quickly enable the skybox. Dark. Alright, so you can change the skybox and you can actually see through it. So let's quickly move this up by about 10. There we go. And now it's not in the actual wall. Great. So, a minute. Are we? Okay, we're a little bit tall on that side, but it's okay. You're not going to see that. So here we go. That's one. And then we're going to grab this, drag it over to that side, and do the same thing. I'm going to make a hole here. There we go. And there. And that creates an entire hole. Alright. Next thing we're going to need is, now these two box brushes can go into the maze holes. Great. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add these. Where's my pen? My pen. Here we go. Paintbrush. We're going to, no, not paintbrush. Okay, so we're going to add these walls that are on the sides. Alright, so let's do that. So we're going to grab this. So over here, we're going to go about 1000 pixels in. Here we go. This is 000. Move this to about 2000, negative 2000. Then we're going to go down to negative 1000 because that's 1000 pixels in. Actually, we could do minus 150. Whoops, minus 1500. Or not. Alright, let's do it at 800. Minus 800, sorry. Alright, then we're going to move it back up here. Pick this up, drop it down. Alright, be careful when you're dropping things on the floor that they're not over other objects because they will stick to the top object. Now, in order to drop things down very quickly, all you have to do is press end and it will drop it to the floor. Change this to 100. and then we're going to line it nicely up with the wall. Then change this, going to extend this quite a bit, that, move it up to where we need it. Sorry, move it up to where we need it, in the wall a little bit, and there we go. So now that it's in the wall, we can now begin with more mazes. So what we're going to do is now we're going to grab this very same block, I'm going to move it to about here, and then shift this to, let's see, about half that, so 500. This must become 1000 instead of, okay, and then we're going to move this up so it's nice and pretty. So you can choose whatever maze you want and do this with. I'm just doing a quick and easy-ish one. I just quickly Googled it. So what we're going to do is now we're going to grab this. Now, instead of actually changing these values, you can also just rotate. Rotate this 90 degrees, and then you have another wall that we're going to put in the middle. Alright, like that. Then we're going to do another one. Rotate it back 90 degrees. Alright. See, one more time. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Then we're going to do it again. Rotate it 90 degrees. Whoops, that's one too many. And you can go crazy. However you want to do this, you can do it whichever way you feel. You can have circular mazes, square mazes. You can really go wild with these mazes. Remember, this is just an idea, like a quick little idea that I knew I could probably do pretty quickly with you guys, just to show you all the basics, how the engine works. I'm going to do another one here. Here we go. So in these videos, you'll notice that we kind of go through every concept of game development. We go through a little bit of level design, like I'm doing right now, level design. We do character design, coding, everything. So I think here what we can do is we can actually have a ramp go up. I don't know, let's do a quick and easy, just a normal 2D, not a 2D, like a one floor kind of maze. Alright, so where are we at? We're here, done that part, then we're gonna grab this, we're actually gonna make it a little bit longer, 600, just extend it just a little, like that. Alright, perfect. Now we're gonna just grab this very same block, rotate it 90 degrees, and then shove it in here. That's a horrible word, isn't it? Shove it. Alright. Alright, so there we go. We've put that there. Then we're gonna grab this again, rotate it 90. And remember, you can change your tool that you're using by pressing W, E, R. That's W for move, E for rotate, R for scale. Alright, then we're gonna grab this short one again, pull it down, pull it out like that, make it a little bit shorter, maybe a 300. And then move this up just a little bit this way, move that in here, there we go. Alright, so while we have this little bit, let's quickly just see what this looks like with our actual character. So I'm going to rotate this that way, and then we're going to go into world settings, and we're going to game mode override our roller game mode, and then just press play. So this is our main maze. We can rotate the character to be more this way. Try that. Right, so we can either do it like this, or we can even rotate him more to be facing that way. I think this way will probably be better. Alright, so then we can decide in whichever direction you want to go. There'll be obviously blockages along the way that you have to open, like we can put a button in this room. Oops. Some buttons we can have that they open up only when you see them, when you go up to another level. Right, so right now, okay, cool. Well, this works. So let's keep going. Let's keep on finishing up this maze. So now that we've added that part, let's see what's next. Another one of these little hooks. Now here's what you do. You grab this, you hold Shift, hold Control, and you click this, and then you go press W, hold Alt, and then you can actually just take this entire thing, move it down, and create a whole new pathway. There we go, new pathway there. Let's see, this is a little bit big, but we'll fill that up with something. Have an enemy spawn area there maybe. Then we're gonna have to grab this, pull it out, drop it down here. Alright, maybe shorten the stick a little. Let's quickly do that while we can, while I'm paying attention to it. Alright, drag this out. Perfect. Great. Now, in this level, we can say he can't jump yet, so he hasn't gotten his bounce or whatever. Make up a story as you go, I guess. I'm gonna grab all of this, drag, drop. Great. So now we're gonna throw that in. Alright, then we can have another little here. Alright, great. Somewhere like that. Remember, you can really go crazy with this. It's all up to you as a level designer of how you want to do this, how you want to approach it. There we go. That's actually completely closed. We don't want that. So we can actually just do that. Open it up just a little bit and extend this. So we go 400 units instead of 3 and just up like that. Now that we've made that maze, let's quickly throw something onto this floor because I'm actually struggling to see. Remember to remove your filter. Materials, level floor. There we go. Floor is done. Then let's add, what color are we? We are nice and pink, right? Yeah, we are like a big pink color. So what we're gonna have to do is make our walls something visible. Oh, how about white? Let's just make a new, just grab this, right click and duplicate. Name this level maze walls. Save. Double click to open, change the color, just change it to a nice bright white, save, and apply when it's done saving. Alright, great. And then we can actually drag it onto all of these walls like that. So what we're going to do is, now we're going to select all of our walls. 1, 3. We're going to do that. We're going to drag white on them. Sorry about that. Right, we can't actually do that. Alright, that's fine. We'll just have to do it manually, which is okay. Because not all the walls really have to have the same material. Here we go. It can be green actually, level 4. There we go. Alright, let's do the same thing here. Level 4 green, white everywhere else. Just so that we can actually see what is going on in our world. So whatever is facing away from the camera, you don't really have to do, but all the tops have to be done. And I think it will be pretty cool when we actually add all these cool colors. We can have certain levels where you need to paint each wall a different color before something opens, like color switches. You can see it's actually very shiny. We don't want that. That's a bit too shiny. Let's change this just to be a little bit darker. That shininess is not working. Save. It's actually destroying my eyes. Right now, while that saves, there, that's a little bit better. It's still quite bright, but that's okay. We'll change the sun direction as well just now. In a little while, it's just getting everything done here, here. Alright, now what we should have done is we actually should have started building this level with this white selected. Then we would not have to be doing what I'm doing right now. All you do is you have this white selected, and when you drag in a new box, it will actually make it the right color. So let's see now. Yes, 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 great. So here we go. I should set this. It just bothers me, so I'm just going to set it now quickly. Alright, cool. Let's press start and let's see. There we go, that's a lot better. We can now see individual pieces, run around within them. Alright, so we'll have to disable the jump on this level. Here we go, up, right, up, up. Alright, great, so that works. Now, as you saw, that was a little bit time consuming. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on level maze walls. Then we're going to go back down to geometry. And we're actually going to drag in a box. Now, as you can see, when we dragged in this box, it was all white. Which is cool, which we can actually just use like this. We can just make this a big piece of wall, if you would want to do that, for example, like I'm doing right now. Let's see, we've done that part, and that. Now, we're gonna have to make some extra maze, because what I've done, it's a little bit big, right? Or we could just do this. Take this, take that, move it down here, and then that's that. So we'll just keep it like that for now, because why not, right? So we're gonna alt click, drag it out, finish it up, make this a little bit bigger. There we go, 400, and done. Right, make sure that we can just, there we go, clean it up a little. Alright, we can extend this box just a little bit, let's say 500 by 500. And this can actually be another part of the level, doesn't really matter. Okay, now as you can see, I'm moving my camera really slowly now. How you do that is you can, while you're holding down your movement key, you can actually scroll your wheel up and down. Or if you want to stop completely, you just hold shift. But you can scroll your wheel down to go slower, up to go faster. Alright, so now that we have finish that bit, we're going to move this up, because I see all these walls are not falling down where they're supposed to be. So we're going to pick up all the walls here, move them into this folder. There we go, and then we're going to grab all of them I'm going to pick them up just a little bit and just press end. Oh, hold on. Undo, undo. Alright, so what we did was a little bit wrong because we actually selected the floor as well. So just hold Control, click on the floor, and it should deselect it. No, it didn't. Now, which one? Okay, so just leave the first box that you did, pick up the rest. Damn it. Pick up the rest, pick it up, and press end. That will drop everything down to the floor nicely and flat. Alright, so next part, we're gonna now create more pieces of this puzzle. So Alt, click and drag it out like that. Great. Then drag this out, pull this a little bit, drag this out. Oops, okay. So you have to let go of Alt if you want to make another copy. If you just keep holding Alt, it's not going to let you do anything. Out. Alright. Square it out a little. Okay. Grab this, drag it again. Just really go do whatever you kind of feel like, I guess. Alright, then have another one of these. Duck. Alright, let's make this just a little bit smaller so that the ball doesn't struggle to get through. We're gonna pull this out a little. Make it smaller, about 250, about half the size of this. Great. Grab this, make another copy, rotate it 90 degrees. Drag this out. There we go, fantastic little room there. Let's see, what else can we do? We can add another one of these. Yeah. Not to close it, but to just 50, 200. Great. Let's throw that in here like that. Actually, we can make it bigger. Make it 400, just so that the player doesn't think we're going too easy on him. There we go. A little room there, a little room there. Let's add one more of these. Alright, great. And then could do another one of these somewhere here. But do it like this, where we just do a little one. Just a little one like that. So 200 really is all we need. Great. Alright, now that we have our first level done, let's now see. Because we can roam around the level. No problem. Finding the entrance to that gate is going to be a little bit of a problem. Because we're going to add things to make this a lot more difficult. These controls are not that great for this type of game because PC. So what we're going to do now is grab this stick just so that this level out of bounds thing doesn't happen. And there we go. Increase its size just slightly to 600 maybe, no, a bit more. It should be okay. Pick it up, drop it down, and 620? It's a weird number. Alright, anyways. Yeah. Alright, great. It jumped up again. That's okay. We'll just drop it down. Alright, so now everything should be more or less normal. Let's quickly make sure that everything is still in the right place. I'm going to pick everything up one more time. Pick everything up, drop it down, everything nice and flat. And there we go. Yep, there we go. Great. So now that we have our first level done, let's see. Well, we can roam around it, we can finish it, but how do we win? So, let's quickly change this light because it's doing a little bit funny business here. Alright, let's see, I'm trying to... There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Let's press play and see. Yes, that is a lot better. Alright, so now we can actually see some items were not painted fully, which is fine. That's all just fixable. There we go. There we go. It's all the spots that we couldn't see because of the sun being in the wrong place. There we go. There. 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 We could even do a... Oh, we don't have the starter content, but if you did import starter content, you can actually have that cool moving wall, which is also pretty cool. But yeah, we're not going to do that. So we're going to extend. No, that's fine. Well, we'll leave this as is. We'll put a little box down here so that it doesn't fall down. Go. Fall down. Fall down. Okay, fine. Doesn't want to fall down. We'll make it go this way. Okay. So as you noticed, the finish has like a little platform, but the start doesn't. So I'll actually fix that and move it. Fix that. Just because it's going to bother me and I might as well fix it. So this was 300. Great. Bam, bam, bam. Fantastic. Need to just fix it up like that. This needs to expand to 500. Just grab that. Just make it nice. Alright. So, and then we can also have another one to close. So, rotate by 90. Move it. And there we go. One more this way. Great. So now just grab this floor. We can actually have another material. We duplicate this one. You can also duplicate by holding Control and pressing W. This will be start, not walls. We'll just have start maze, start area. Okay, let's make this red. Because why not, right? Red. Save. While it saves, you can just give it some time. Red, and then we're gonna make that red. Okay, not. Oh, they've got red, and then we're gonna make another one that's blue because it would be cool to finish in blue, I guess. Alright, so what we have to do here is actually grab this block. We're gonna just duplicate it like so, hold Alt, drag it out, put it over there somewhere, and then take it to that side. Okay, that fits nicely. Very nicely indeed. Alright, now we're gonna finish area is over here, so that's great. I'm gonna change up, there, perfect. Change this now to Control W. This will be not line, finish area. Save it. Not change the color to no green, no red, or blue. Apply, save, and that's it. That is the main level. Now I'm gonna save it, and there we go. We now have a fully, well, playable, not yet finishable, but you can run around in it. Alright, so let's finish this level, and I'll show you what's going to happen. So in the start area, we don't actually have to do anything. Start area is already done. What we need to do is the finish area. So what happens when we get here? Well, the game needs to know that we finished, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to volumes, and we're just going to say here a trigger volume. So when the character enters this volume, we wanted to obviously trigger something, correct? So make this 500 to match our finish zone. There we go, great. Let's move just a little there. Great, alright, so now that we have a finish zone, we need to know what happens. In order to do that, you're going to click on Edit. No, where is it? It is somewhere here. Right, oh, there we go. Okay, you're going to click on this Blueprints button and say Open Level Blueprint. Now, you're going to go back to your project view, well, to your scene view. You're going to click your trigger volume. You can rename this to Finish Trigger. Make sure that you have it selected. You're going to go into Level. You're going to right click. As you'll see, there's certain functions here just for what you have selected. So add an event, collision, on actor, begin overlap. So when we have overlapped, we will then print string, because we don't have a finish script yet. I'm going to say, well done, you have finished. Great. We're going to say it in text color. We're going to say it in a wonderful yellow with a duration of 25 seconds. Compile, save, play. So now we're going to play. We're going to get through this level, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're going to go. Need to remember. You know, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because we can. And well done, you have finished. So when we cross in here, we finished, and then we will return to a different menu. So what we'll do is, and then we'll do load level, open level, sorry, open level, level name being, what did we save it as? Levels, level name being, rename this to menu, because we're gonna make a menu from there. Level name being menu. After a delay, so we're gonna here type in delay, and we're gonna wait 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Then we're gonna say open the level menu. So let's quickly go cheat a little bit again. Okay, we have now jumped across the entire maze because we're awesome. And well done, you have finished. And now, there we go, we are now in the main menu. So that's it for this part. Thank you very much for watching part 3. Part 4 will come out quite soon. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to go to like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter. You can find out when new videos are coming out. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next.